Jets will take over 1st and 10. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg. Overstreet. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throw right side, Wilson. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Overstreet. That is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Looking to throw. Overstreet. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 70.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They complete it to Hill. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 43-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line.
First and 10 at the 47.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to Parker Washington. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
A gain of 9. Brings up second and
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Overstreet. And a completion to Wilson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Operating from the gun. Overstreet. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Two yards to go, second down.
Ready? Deputy Lions.
Back to throw again. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Jets.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Here's second and 10.
Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. So these two teams, message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The quick feet by Jackson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Go ahead.
And off to Achane to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now a 3rd and 6.
It's safe. Go ahead.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And the Jets pressure 2 notches. Down he goes. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
It's 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Here we go.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Miami set to take over. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
All right, come on.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's a toss left for Achane. Shrugs him off. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So a definite surprise there. They try the fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance and it backfired.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go, here we go. 70, Wolf.
Now a carry for Allen. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ready.
Off the bootleg. Overstreet. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And they can't bring him down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. action. Now it's Tua. Complete to Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball. I said, hey, you picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
First down, Jets.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this complete to Mitchell. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Back to throw now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. They'll run with Allen. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And Mitchell, 29 yards. And the Jets get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And hang on here. We got an injured player, and that is QB Tua Tagovailoa, who's in need of some assistance. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. the middle, Achane. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll set up to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitch, complete. It's Hill. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
19, charge.
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts, but without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
19. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Okay, let's this list aside here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 10. A little over 50 seconds remaining. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got him with a first down. 2nd and 6 coming up. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Tua. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Get set.
Throwing Tua. He'll try to do it himself. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready. Ready.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Overstreet. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Allen. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So it's a win here for the Jets, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a step.
The regular season has reached its halfway point, and as the team looks ahead to the rest of the year, it's time to check in with players and set the goals that will drive them the rest of their season.
Set up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Here we go, shot. Let go. Here we go, here we go. Ready? Ready? Let's go now. Go. Set. Ready? Let's go. Set. Yep. Ready? Down. Come on, come on. Let's go. Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Set up. Go. Here we go. Shot. Ready. Here we go. Here we go. 70 Lions. Ready? Ready? Liking 18. Ready, Tag. Bronco 80. Let's go now. Cougar 19. Here we go. Shot. Hawk 70. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timber. Ready?
beautiful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of BYU.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they could be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. 9 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20+.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Off the play fake. Overstreet. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Overstreet. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Funny, going to start Icarus in mythology. That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January. And he could very well walk away with the MVP.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Stroud sets up the play action. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Will McDonald Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That one complete. It's tanked down. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. Stroud now. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Stroud keeps it. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. Stroud to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 13. Stroud out of the gun here. He's got Higgins over the middle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
4th down and less than a yard.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Jets offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go. 65, 65.
Looking to throw. Overstreet. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. The Jets at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. Straight ahead is Hall. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And it's 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right. 18. What's that?
Stroud. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
18. What's that?
And Stroud now to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Stroud. quick slant to Chubb. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's building his case for MVP consideration with each passing week. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 36-yard line.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And a short gain down to about the 33. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here is 3rd down and 4. Stroud looking to throw. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Man in motion left. That's Collins. Stroud working out of the gun. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jaden Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because they don't get some kind of points here. That next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Paul want to give up the middle. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Off the bootleg, Overstreet. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on.
Back to throw. Overstreet. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun on 3rd down. Overstreet. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And now out comes Houston. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. It's coming, and down he goes. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Stroud. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. In motion right, that's Dell. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Operating from the gun, Overstreet. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Back now in Houston. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Here's a give to Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 77.
Looking to throw. Overstreet. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
18.
On 2nd and 9, Stroud. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, well, they would have been better served. Just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Open man is Higgins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Jordan Fuller there to take him down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Throwing to start the drive. Overstreet. And it's complete to Mitchell. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
9 Mitchell. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Overstreet. That's caught by Wilson. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Overstreet. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
At the 40-yard line.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught. It's Austin.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw again. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come in, unable to bring him to the ground. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's going up top for Taylor.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Here we go. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Overstreet. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Here we go. First and goal.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings. Ready.
Back to throw. Overstreet. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Charles, in these